My parents were both born here in the Gila Valley. My dad was born in Eden, Arizona in 1905 and went to school in Eden and through the 8th grade until he was about 14 years of age, and then the family moved to Thatcher so he could continue his education up here. And my mother was born in Thatcher, and they were both lifelong residents and never lived outside the valley. And my dad was a farmer by trade. My dad had one brother and 4 sisters, and they all lived in Thatcher at one time. We lived down on what now is Palmer Lane. We called it Palmerville then. My grandparents and my grandparents' brother and sister and 4 of my aunts and uncles all lived there on that street, and they were all Palmers. Everybody on that street were Palmers. They called it Palmerville. We were the kids across the tracks. So anyway, I grew up there in their home, and I married Mary Louise Udall, who also was born in Thatcher. Both she and I were born in Thatcher. And my parents lived to a ripe old age. They celebrated I think their 73rd wedding anniversary before my mother passed away. And in their elderly years, when my mother was not able to get out, Dad stayed home with and took care of her until she passed away. And during that time, they were pretty much homebound. Dr. Lunt used to bring one of his choral groups by every Christmas and serenade them. They'd bring the kids in the house and serenade them with Christmas carols, and my mother and Dad would sit there with tears running down their eyes. And that was the basis for our establishing this scholarship and giving it in the name of a student who will be studying music here at Eastern Arizona College. And so each year we present the funds from that endowment to a worthy student here at Eastern Arizona College to continue their education in the field of music.